the ancient world, where the sands of Egypt whispered secrets to the wind and the stars told stories long forgotten by humankind, there was a figure whose wisdom transcended generations: Hermes Trismegistus. Revered as the Thrice Great, his legend intertwined the knowledge of the Egyptian god Thoth and the Greek Hermes, melding into a single, enduring emblem of esoteric wisdom and enlightenment. The origins of Hermes Trismegistus remain cloaked in mystery, but the legends often place him as a sage who lived thousands of years ago in a civilization where the boundary between the divine and mortal realms was as thin as a single breath. It was a time when the gods walked among men, assisting them in their interminable quest for understanding the great mysteries of life and the universe. Hermes Trismegistus was said to have been born in Thebes, not in ordinary circumstances, but under the alignment of stars that spoke of greatness and an eternal quest for knowledge. The priests claimed that at the moment of his birth, the god Thoth, known as the scribe of the gods and the master of divine words, imbued the newborn with his wisdom. This blessing, coupled with the characteristics of Hermes, the swift messenger of the gods, forged a being of unparalleled intellect and eloquence. As a child, Hermes was unlike any other. He possessed an insatiable curiosity, and his eyes were always alight with the hunger for knowledge. While other children played and laughed, Hermes wandered the temple halls and libraries, poring over ancient scrolls and inscriptions. The priests, recognizing his potential, took him under their tutelage, sharing with him hidden wisdom, mathematics, astronomy, alchemy, and the sacred language of hieroglyphs. Hermes excelled rapidly, surpassing his tutors and astounding the priests with his ability to assimilate knowledge and perceive the intricacies of the universe. By adolescence, he had already mastered the art of alchemy, transforming base metals into pure, gleaming gold, which he saw not as mere wealth, but as symbols of transformation and purity. His studies in alchemy were not just about physical transmutation, but also the spiritual evolution toward perfection. His fame spread far and wide, attracting scholars from Greece, Persia, and even as far away as the Indus Valley. They came to sit at his feet, listening to his discourses and learning his secrets in esoteric wisdom. Hermes spoke of the unity of all things, the interconnectedness of the universe, and the divine knowledge that lay hidden in every atom and star. His teachings laid the foundation for what would later be known as Hermetic Philosophy, a system of beliefs that emphasized the pursuit of spiritual truth and personal enlightenment. Despite his growing following, Hermes Trismegistus remained humble and introspective, often retreating into solitude to contemplate the divine order of the cosmos. During these periods, he penned many seminal works, including the revered Emerald Tablet, which succinctly laid down the principles of alchemy and the doctrine of as above, so below, signifying the correspondence between the microcosm and the macrocosm. As he aged, the legend of Hermes Trismegistus only deepened. It is said that he built a grand temple dedicated to the gods, a monument to the unity of human and divine wisdom. This temple was unlike any other, filled with symbols and codes that revealed the secrets of the universe for those with eyes to see and minds to understand. Inscribed on its walls were the Hermetic axioms, esoteric principles that only the most dedicated and enlightened souls could decipher. Many of his followers believed Hermes was more than human, that he had achieved a state of being beyond mortality. There were whispers in the shadows of temple halls that he was in possession of the Philosopher's Stone, a mythical substance that granted eternal life and infinite knowledge. Others claimed he could traverse the astral planes, communing with the gods themselves. Driven by his teachings, his pupils went forth to share his wisdom with the world. But many of his deepest secrets remained locked away, passed down only to those deemed worthy. This secrecy was not born of elitism, but of the recognition that true wisdom required a prepared and humble soul, one that would not be corrupted by the power such knowledge could bestow. As time wore on, it was said that Hermes foresaw the decline of the great civilizations and the dark ages that would follow. Knowing that his wisdom needed to survive for future generations, he gathered his most trusted disciples and passed on to them the sacred trust of preservation. Before his death, which was as mysterious as his birth, Hermes Trismegistus was believed to have ascended to the heavens to reside among the stars he so dearly loved. Some say he entered into a deep slumber beneath the sands of the desert, waiting for the time when humanity would once again be ready to embrace the fullness of his teachings. His physical form vanished without a trace, leaving behind only the echoes of his wisdom in the manuscripts, tablets, and legends that veiled his true nature. The legacy of Hermes Trismegistus endured, carried forth through the ages by a secretive lineage of sages, alchemists, and philosophers who kept his teachings alive through oral traditions and clandestine manuscripts. His influence was profound during the Renaissance, when scholars rediscovered his works and integrated them into the fabric of their pursuit of knowledge and spiritual understanding. His teachings bridged time and space, resonating not only in the dusty halls of medieval Europe, but also in the burgeoning halls of enlightenment across multiple cultures. The Hermetic tradition burgeoned with the revival of interest in the mystical and the magical, inspiring thinkers such as Paracelsus, Giordano Bruno, and even Isaac Newton, who held Hermes's principles as crucial threads in the tapestry of natural philosophy and metaphysics. In the modern era, the figure of Hermes Trismegistus stands as a profound symbol of the synthesis of knowledge, of the eternal journey to understand the mysteries of the universe through the integration of intellect and spirit. His life reminds us that enlightenment transcends the confines of time and physical existence, touching upon the everlasting quest for truth and harmony with the cosmos. While his true identity and existence remain subjects of speculation and myth, the contributions attributed to Hermes Trismegistus offer timeless guidance for those who seek wisdom beyond mere appearances. The Hermetic texts continue to inspire and challenge us to look deeper, question further, and strive for a more profound connection with the world around us and the universe beyond. In exploring the life and philosophy of Hermes Trismegistus, we engage in a narrative that is as much about the human potential for enlightenment as it is about the mystical and magical realities of the ancient world. A world that beckons us to remember our own intrinsic divinity and the interwoven nature of all things in the cosmic dance of existence. In honoring this legacy, we not only pay homage to the past, but also forge a path toward a future illuminated by the light of wisdom that Hermes Trismegistus represents.